Once I get to my mayor's report, I will answer a bunch of questions and rumors that's floating around that is really false. And it's said that this board only comes to board meetings to fight, argue, and bicker. No one ever comes to a board meeting to take care of the business at hand or take care of the issues that the people really truly have. It's said that the 5 trustees spend your money without your consent. It's said that the 5 trustees don't do their job as relates to legislation. It's said that every single board meeting, nothing's getting done but their agenda as relates to what they want, such as a recall, resolutions to remove powers, things of that nature. But ask the Fantastic Five, what has they accomplished over 2 years of being on this board? Forget the noise. Ignore the noise. Ignore the chaos, the mess, the back and forth, the bickering, and truly ask, what have y'all done as it relates to your job duties as trustees to govern this community besides fight with your mayor? That's it. Nothing has been accomplished. No ordinance, no laws, no nothing for 2 years. But I can give you a whole book of items that I have accomplished while fighting with them. I have been doing my job as mayor and then some. I do all 5 of their jobs and mine as relates to governing the community. And I always have shown you that, and I always will say this, my work speaks for itself. And I will continue to do my job despite the hatred, the deception up here that comes with this board. And it's said because the Bible speaks of hardened hearts. And that's exactly what my Board of Trustees have currently right now. They have hardened their hearts. Because one thing they're not telling you is, I won the recall. I won, the judge threw it out. You guys cannot recall or remove me from office. But they haven't told you that they're trying to pay their attorney $500,000. They haven't told y'all that they have tried to basically put the recall back up in the courts right now and spend another $100,000. These are things they're not telling you, right? But they want to grandstand and put all this little misleading information out here to the public, which is not fair to your CPA, Caspera group that we have, the finance director we have, and my village administrator that we have that does a damn good job of keeping our finances in order. Because if they wasn't fighting, they would know what's going to hate. They put things out there to you guys, residents. It's unfair to you, and it's unfair to try to come to board meetings and watch this show as relates to nothing getting done from them. Because I'm doing my job. They have stopped projects. They have stopped things as relates to moving down forward, such as the ice rink. They have stopped your roof and window program. They have stopped a lot of things that you don't know what's going on because they're trying to cloud your judgment and cloud the actual things that's happening in the community. For a motion to approve a resolution for open space, land acquisition and development for a grant. It's the Ausland grant. Is there a motion?
I motion move forward. I motion to move forward with that since it's grant money.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
There's been a motion and a second to move forward for the grant. Any discussion?
If I may be recognized, Mayor.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. On this one, 2 weeks ago after the board meeting, because we recognized that grant money is a good thing. So I have sent in a request again, asking please send information that would allow the board to reconsider so we don't miss out on any opportunity. Sent that 2 weeks ago. I sent it again last week without response. Over the weekend, I did get the email document to us that purports to be the grant or why the grant is good. As I'm looking at it, it's a 1-page document. On this document, it does not say anything about $600,000. Does not really say what the money is going to go towards, what's our reporting requirements, and those are that's the information that we would like to have in order to be able to vote on it. I would encourage that I would ask that this information not only be sent to the board, but please post it on the website so everybody can see that we're looking at the same document, which could eliminate a lot of the who's saying the right thing, who's saying the wrong thing. Unfortunately, at this time, based on this 1-page document, I have copies for anybody that would like to see. I'm unable to move forward until I get more information. Thank you.
All right, so trustee, it's a shame that you get here 2 weeks later from the previous meeting and you guys did not vote for a grant, Residents asked me to put it back on the agenda, and that's exactly what I did, so that they can receive the $600,000 to build our community. It's a shame that you guys sit here and act like y'all don't get information, or y'all don't really read the information you get to know the facts of what's going on. The village administrator have explained it to you and several others as it relates to this grant. We have told you that it's $600,000 on the line. Even the day of the board meeting, the residents yelled at all the trustees up here and told you guys you need to go and get the money. I did my job once again as mayor and made sure I go out the resources and bring them back to the community. And now all I needed was the support of my board to basically move forward with the resolution of getting the funds so Dalton can be rebuilt. Now we're here, and you guys is going to stand in the way of getting $600,000 once again because you're saying you're not getting something. My team is here to answer any questions that you guys need, and I'm asking you guys to reconsider once again and vote for the $600,000 so we can move forward. Do you want Keith to answer questions as relates to the $600,000, trustee?
Mayor, the questions I had or the documents I requested have already been requested. My ask would be, and this is an open book test, so if we can get this information, and I'll do ask again now, that it be posted through untransparency to the community so we're all looking at the same document. Should that happen at a subsequent meeting, I can reconsider.
So basically you came in here with a dead number, because if I'm saying everybody's here to answer any questions y'all have, you start talking about some documentation and post something. Hey guys, anything you got right now as related to this grant, and we can move forward. We don't have to have another meeting to wait till you guys approve to say we want to take the $600,000. It don't take a rocket science to say that you want $600,000 to improve your community. I know that I walk through Springfield, and there's a ton of people that jump all over the $600,000 because their community is so desperately needed. Here, I got to pull teeth for my board to get on board with just approving $600,000 to help with a kids district. You guys know what I want to do with the money. You guys know that I want to build a water park for the community, and I'm not understanding again why you're holding it up, because you're saying you want to wait on the meeting, and people are here answering the questions you may have to move forward. So I'm asking you again, trustees, to reconsider, ask your questions now, and let's move forward by approving this so we can get the money in our bank account so we can build up Greenwood.
The last 10 years, that without board approval is unacceptable. So we have concerns. Trustee House asked for simple questions that's not answered. So we have a problem with transparency. They sell $600,000 on the document. So we want legitimate questions as part of our job. And when they're not answered, we have concerns about the money. We're already at a $1.5 million deficit already with this village. So this is where we're at. So it's unfortunate. But I don't want to go back and forth. I just want to make my statement. And of course, if you got questions, please see me afterwards or come to the table of trustees if you want the answers from our point of view. We have the documents to back up everything.
Trustee, what you're saying is false. I wish you guys stop saying about a deficit, and I wish and hope that residents will actually for you the things that they're saying up here. It's not true what they're saying. You can get the documentation yourself. This is like a scare tactic. People got to throw things out there just to get people up in arms about what is truly going on in the village, when it's them five that's actually doing all the bad things in our community. So I wish you guys were for you, and that way you would know what's going on. Unfortunately, it's said that you guys have your minds made up. You guys don't want to vote to get the $600,000. So if that's where we are, I'd like to move on, and we can move to the next item. Or you call it wrong, sorry. It is a motion and a second on the floor. Can you please call it wrong? Yep. When it came to getting money for us, and I got a lot more money for us that's coming out of pipeline, but it's sad to say that the board seems as though they don't want to vote for any grant money. And grant money, it don't come from you guys paying your actual bills. This is the stuff that I use to build our community, such as the ice arena and things of that nature. And you see the basketball courts are reopened, and I love the fact that the kids are happy that they actually got something to do. I will keep doing what I'm doing, which is building our community, because I love the fact when I go over there at the basketball course and I have lunch there from time to time, that the kids come up to me and thank me for actually giving them something to do, that they don't have to be on the streets. So that is the reason why y'all see me constantly building. Next on the agenda is approval of an ordinance authorizing and approving the disposal of obsolete personal property. Is there a motion? Is there a motion?
B, motion.
Is there a second? Is there a second? Okay, so let me refresh your memory, trustees. And again, this is why it's pointless to have meetings now. And as you can see, we agree a lot. The board don't want to vote on anything. They don't want to do anything. So let me refresh their memories and then take you guys down memory lane. This board voted in its entirety to basically put this on the agenda for a regular vote. And we talked about this in a cow meeting to get rid of any property that's in the village hall that's in the basement. Currently now we're cleaning up the basement and we will be getting rid of all of the items that's down there. The board agreed that we can move forward with this, and that's why it's on this agenda today before you for a vote. I'm just showing you how much hatred it is up here on this board and people don't want to vote on anything. So it's pointless of even having board meetings. We're not going to take care of any of the business. But one thing I would say that they do is they vote when it has something to do with their personal gain. Y'all make sure y'all come to a board meeting. I have secret squirrel meetings here on Fridays when everybody at work, and nobody can come here to the meeting to find out what is truly going on. But when y'all is here, meaning the residents, we don't vote on anything to move forward. So that's what we are. But I will be cleaning up the basement downstairs. They already told me I could. I was looking for an actual vote, but they said it's the last board meeting. So if they don't want to vote on it now, we are cleaning it up. Whatever is out, that we throw out in the garbage, we put it out front. So if any residents wanted it, there's furniture down there, there's couches, there's tables, it's things like that. We don't need it. It's just taking up space that we can actually utilize to put our files downstairs. So that will be coming up, but I was just making sure that the board still voted for it in the public because they gave me a consent vote and told me yes, and it's a shame that now they are not voting at all for it.
Now you recognized.
So, trust me, you out of line. Let me finish. It's a shame that they're not voting for it now. And no, you may not be recognized. We're going to move on from that. Next on the agenda. Next on the agenda.
You recognize.
No, ma'am. I just said you cannot.
So,
y'all didn't have another
for clarity,
trustee,
and record, since I can't
you
be
are out of
recognized.
order.
It was
Trustee,
a committee of the whole
trustee,
meeting. We voted to move
Trustee,
forward,
you are out of
and
order.
I requested an itemized list of the items.
You are
So
out of
please
order,
make
trustee.
sure-
Trustee,
Make sure that
trustee,
it's recorded.
trustee.
That it was at a committee of the whole meeting.
Trustee, order,
and we
point
asked
of order,
for
trustee.
an itemized list.
Point of
So
order,
you
trustee.
can't say that we voted on
Point of
something
order,
that was
trustee.
not voted on.
That's a shame. And that's the problem we got right here.
I know.
It's so disrespectful. If you don't get your way, you still want to go. It don't
You
work
can't
like
tell me I
that. It's a
can't
board. I
recognize.
can. You have to get the full. It's called Robert Rules of Order. If you guys will read,
you
you guys will know the laws up here. You guys just do what you want to do. That's the problem.
If
That's why everything real
I'm
like
sitting there.
Trust me. Don't worry, you'll be gone soon. You definitely be gone soon. Next on the agenda, and I do have to announce for you. One good thing we just came back from was our walk to Springfield. Our walk to Springfield was really, really great. We saw a lot of great people. We met a lot of great people. And when I say one thing about cancer is it has no face, has no name, and it attaches to anyone. And one thing I loved about the walk is that everybody
Set the record straight. I don't have a foundation.
Everybody. And what I love about what it is that I'm doing and accomplishing is that I brought together the Republicans and the Democrats. And I'll say certain towns that we went in were strictly Republican, but open, basically embraced me with open arms. That melted my heart. That showed me that I was doing what was right. And we had conversations about Democrats and things of that nature. But what I loved about the Republican towns is that they supported this bill in its entirety. I basically created
I want to set the record straight. I don't have a foundation. I am a supporter of anybody that's struggling with cancer. My mom had breast cancer, and I'm always pushed.
allows people that have suffered from cancer, any cancer, breast cancer, brain cancer, any type of cancer. The bill, we speak before the Revenue Committee tomorrow, so which we look from that residence, and the bill consists of me asking them to put money in the budget for anybody suffering with any type of cancer up to $5,000. I did ask for 10, but I always go half because people don't always give you what you want. $5,000 per family, but you have to be suffering from cancer. Because the story I've always told people why I do this, why I move the way I move, because my family has had its hurdles with cancer. My mom is a breast cancer survivor, and when they hit my household, I know it's hard for me and my family to find resources, whether it was a wig, prosthetic breast, things of that nature. So my goal is to make sure you have the money and the things you need as you struggle and fight your good fight against that deadly disease, because everybody don't make it from me. And I just want families to know that I care. I am glad that there will be an election coming up in February, and that way you can remove board members here. You have Tammy Brown that's up. You have what's his name?
Trustee Steve.
Ed Steve that's up, and then you also have Trustee Holmes that's up. So you have the opportunity now to basically pick and choose a new board that will actually do what you need done as it relates to a community, and not fight all day, every single board meeting, and not get things done. And I do have documentation to give to the residents so you can actually educate yourselves too on what it is that the legislative body is supposed to do and what it is that I'm supposed to do as your mayor, so you can understand when we're going back and forth what my duties are, my responsibilities are, what my powers entail, and what theirs entail. It's a community, and things that I've been spending been going back to you. You guys have been getting everything you've asked for over the years, such as streets been getting repaid, alleys been getting repaid, sidewalks been getting done, tree trimming been getting done. I can go down a long list of all the things that I know that I've been pressing forward, doing the things I'm supposed to do. There's still things that could get done better, and things that can get a lot more attention if I had a board that would work with me. As you can see, I'm still back to over $600,000. I can't like stomach that. Next, I want to bring up two people to talk about the money that they're speaking about, and I want them to just put it on the record, clerk, and that will be Tangenique and Keith Freeman, because they go around and tell you guys we moved money out of this account, or we did this and we did that. And first I want you to get on the history, Tangenique, as it relates to Rowdy Rogers and when he transferred money and how all this came about, so they can understand about past practice when they blame me for everything. And I've done nothing wrong. I've stayed within the laws of everything I've ever done for our community. So Tangenique, can you please educate the board along with the public of what's going on, so Trustee House can understand and learn, because he's over finance and give out false information every single board meeting. And it's a shame that he does that being a senior trustee. But just because you wear a suit, trustee, doesn't make you suitable for the seat. So if you're going to come from the seat, you need to run from my seat when it's time. That's in 4 years. Stop making up dumb recalls to do something that's not warranted, and something that I've earned right along with you, because I'm the one carried you across the hill along with Trustee Betch. She would never been a trustee if it wasn't for me. So I hate that you guys got so much hatred against me, and I understand if I wouldn't do y'all hidden agenda and vote on things and give your friends things. I get that, but this is no way that you treat your mayor. But it's okay. This too shall pass. But just remember, y'all need to go back to the Bible. They keep saying y'all got hardened hearts, and y'all really do. And it's said that you guys have so much hatred being so young. You guys shouldn't even be like that. I wish you guys would just pray and keep it moving and stop doing the things y'all are doing to me. Because guess what? It is hurtful. It is disrespectful. And I did make history. And I did receive 82% of the vote, like I've always stated here at every board meeting. And you guys was right there along for the ride with me. And it's a shame that you two are the thing to trying to take me out, all because Jason House wants to be mayor. Trustee, if you wanted the seat, you should have ran. And if you still want the seat, 2 years you can run for the seat. You don't have to try to remove me, the first female mayor of Dawson and the youngest mayor of Dawson, who's actually been doing all the things that the previous administration was not doing, including the person you fought the previous, which was Rowdy Rogers. I'm doing my job. I'm doing the things you're not doing. But yet you guys put together things just to fight with me, and it's safe. And I'm just telling both of y'all that I got a problem with it, and y'all need to stop. And I'm sad to tell the residents that you guys are still going after recall just so this man can get paid for another recall that y'all just lost. You lost in every single court as it relates to the recall and removing me from office. You lost in Chancery. You lost in Circuit Court. You lost in the Appellate Court. How many more courts you got to lose? But I tell you what, why don't y'all spend your own money and see if you guys will prevail instead of spending taxpayer money on something that's not going to work. whatever they want out, but don't make it true. And I just want you to know that I am working and fighting for you residents, and I can't wait till the day when we have a better and a new Dalton. Because right now, ain't no stopping us now because we on the move. And we'll continue to keep moving forward despite all the negative things that goes on. Because people up here are okay with putting our community in bad light. I am not. We've been there, done that. We've been down that road. It's time to put Dalton in a positive light and for the good things that Dalton actually do. Don't get me wrong, every community has that good and that bad. What about our good? Don't let the negative outshine the good that actually is being done in Dalton. Because right now I know that you are happy with the things that are getting accomplished. So I thank you for listening to me. Now we have citizens address. Yeah.
Good evening. I'm Yolanda Cole. I'm here tonight. My family is from Dalton, and I grew up out here, and I went to school at Thorn Ridge or whatever. And I'm glad I came out tonight. I came out for another reason, but I'm glad I did. I don't like the bickering because we're not going to get anywhere bickering. I do like the improvements that's been made in Dalton because I've been around a long time. My parents and my siblings still live out here. But today, I'm really concerned because I've been going to the Dalton Police Department because my sister is missing. I got a report to... She's from Dalton, okay? And I would think that people would be more concerned. I've been out flyers, I work, I got her kids. I mean, I'm doing everything. I went to the police department because I was told I could talk to the commander this morning. Yesterday, I was told, come at 10 o'clock, the commander will be here. I was given the number. The number for the commander is full, so you can't leave a message. So when I got there this morning, the officer basically gave me a report from April the 1st and told me that I have to do my own investigation. That's why investigation started. I don't want to name the officer. I don't want him in trouble or not. I reached out to Mr. Holmes because I saw him, on TV, whatever. I called the FBI today because she's been missing for 6 months. She was born development delayed. She went to school. She graduated from Thornton High School. I have 2 of her children. And other people have other kids, whatever. But she won't go missing this long. And I went to the gas station at Citgo or whatever. They said she was there Saturday. She wasn't there. I knew it when I went today. He told me he'd show me the tape. He couldn't show me yesterday. So I went there today. He said, oh, it wasn't her. And then there was another guy there who said, well, your sister was here about 3 months ago. And I called the Dalton police because she was banging her head on the wall. She was diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar disorder 14 years ago. That's how I ended up getting her first child. But he called the police. He said, Dalton police made contact. They called the ambulance. The ambulance took her to Ingalls. But I asked him, I said, okay, even if that happened, you should have some type of report, right? No type of report. I don't know if it's a report there, but the commander just spoke with my brother and told him that she's going to look into it for us. But I really feel it disheartening and uncaring. I mean, I know she's not special to anybody. She's special to me. And I'm having a hard time. So I called the FBI today because I really need help with this. I got flyers. There's a $5,000 reward. I mean, for any information on her. I mean, I hope that don't improve because I looked at a house last night that I want to buy out here. But I'm if I can't come out here like this. I live in New Lenox or whatever. Nice. I mean, I was taught to grow up, get your education, get out the hood. But some part of me wants to come back. But I don't want to deal with bickering. I deal with bickering with my family. That's why it's 9 of us left. Besides her, 10. But we don't, she's not responsible. So, it's 9. She has 9 siblings. Everybody should be up here. Our children, everybody should be up here looking for her. I just want to say, just keep us in our prayers and hopefully we'll get the help we need for our sister.
If you could, can we have...
I was going to speak with you.
Okay.
Tomorrow, I wanted to speak. I was going to try to get in contact with you. Because I don't want to deal with the police department. Because I asked them today, to assign a detective to this case. And I was told I have to wait a few more days. For what? I'm going to be out here every day and night looking for my sister.
And I just want to go on record and say Commander Riley did just speak with me and say
they wouldn't let me speak with her this morning.
Now, and she's not the one that we
No, she's not the one.
But she did say she will address the situation and she's on top of it.
So I did speak to him a moment ago. I got all his information. I'm going to personally, because we've been going for 10 days. And so I assure him that I'm going to pick it up myself tomorrow. I'm going to contact the hospital first because she still may be hospitalized after going there twice. So I'm going to be doing it myself, and I'll give you my contact information, and it's going to be handled.
Okay.
May I be recognized, Mayor? Commander. Also, can we find out if that Sitco gas station has video on the inside? Because you know what, I seen the flyers up, but you know what, they be down within a half an hour. So they got to know who's taking the flyers down.
I will follow up there and when you command
But a year ago, you remember I came, my son and a couple of other people were robbed at Maxwell's right across the street from my house, located where US Bank is. But unfortunately, my son was killed. He was shot in his heart. And I came before to see, because I live right across the street from there. I came and I spoke with you before about, I know Maxwell's is a 24-hour restaurant, but literally right after my son, after they took him away, Maxwell's was closed for maybe 2 hours and they reopened like nothing ever happened, right? I came last time to see if they're gonna be open 24 hours, why not have security? They don't have security there. Something is always happening at Maxwell's. I know you guys are trying to build dough, and I get that, but y'all gotta take care and put in consideration people get hungry at late at night or after coming from work or club, anything. Nobody is being up there. Like, we got the police officers, I call them all the time because I'm still trying to get them to figure out who did what to my son, because I was told they had cameras. I do know they had cameras at US Bank. I can't go to that bank no more because this happened to my son in Maxwell's and US Bank parking lot. I have to go to the bank in Calumet City, and it's US Bank, but I found him over there like that. And I feel like I just still checked out. I did the flyer thing and everything. They still don't have security up there. People still get hurt up there. That's a dead zone. It's a restaurant you can walk in. It's not a sit-down restaurant. And I know you're trying to build things like that. But first, they got to handle the security, either get security over there or they need to close at a decent hour. Because if people got houses that's facing over there, they shoot over there all the time. They have car clubs coming over there. It's not Maxwell's fault, though. They trying to make their money. But at the same time, all this money that Dalton is giving them, why they don't have security up there? This could be prevented. Stuff still happening up there in that same parking lot. Why pick my son's head up there? Nothing is being done. Nobody has been caught. But I talk to the police from time to time, but I feel like it's just swept under the rug. And then here you go, you hear something else happening up there. Something else happening up there. And then I'll be like, there you go, Maxwell's, there you go. Nobody is doing nothing. Don't no police sit up there. They ain't got to sit up there 24 hours, but if they can't get a security guard as much money as Dalton giving them, they don't need to be open after 12 o'clock. That's all I got to say.
C'est si bon, la première fois.